What's up, bitches? It is a Dead Bitches brunch, and we are back for another episode with all the ooey gooey gore of zombies tonight.
Yes.
Ooh. So if you guys are following us along on social media, you know that we have ChelsFX with us tonight. And I am going to say at the top of the show, folks, it's all makeup. It's all fake. It's pretend. It's fun. It's Halloween. So don't report us, okay? Like, be chill. It's cool. It's fun, okay? It's supposed to be a little gooey and sticky and stuff. It's all like syrup, fake blood, okay? It's all fake. So, letting you guys know about that. But we are going to be chatting with her as she was the person who brought to life all the undead for the night of the Zooligans at the Thompson House, folks. So, without further ado, we will bring on our guest of honor with us tonight this evening. Chels, hey girl, hey! Thanks for coming back on the Dead Bitches brunch. You were on with us when we first launched the show. I think you were like either a third or second guest that we ever had on when we were on Facebook. So
thanks for having me.
Oh no, thank you for coming back. We've spruced things up a little bit here. But yeah, thank you.
I love the disclaimer in the beginning. We gotta make sure we're protected.
Yeah. I'm like, I remember the first time we did an episode with you, I put a disclaimer in the title of the show. I forgot to do it this one, but I'll go back and edit it on there. So if we go off air at any time randomly, people, you know how to get a hold of us. Just let us know. We'll relaunch again. Leah and I have been through this a few times. We get kicked off and there'll be a part 2 to an episode if you look at our YouTube channel. It's like, not showing that clip again.
No music.
No music. No. This is a show of silence because we're serious here, as you can tell. Alrighty, ladies. Well, we're just going to kick this off. Chelsea, you have been working in special effects makeup now for a while.
Yep.
And you had the awesome opportunity to be the makeup artist for the first annual night of the Zooligans.
Yes.
So, man, and I'm going to skip ahead here to a photo. We'll bring it back up here. But this was the final result of this talented ladies.
I freaking love this picture so much. I love it.
I got to say thanks to the Imp in the Pit photography for this awesome image here. Kills it every time. But yeah, those were your monsters creations.
Yeah. That picture just makes me so freaking happy. Every time I look at it, I'm like, oh my God, I love them.
And the picture doesn't even do the makeup jobs justice. Like there was so much detail gone into everybody's faces and bodies and heads.
That was like the longest, I don't know, however many hours. Was that like 8 or 9 hours of my life?
Yeah, I mean, you started what, 9 a.m. that day?
9.
Because you had to have everybody ready for the meet and greet by, was it 3:30? Between 3:30 and 5.
I had to have everyone at the Thompson House at like 4:30, I think.
Okay.
And that's what time we got done. Not even, because when we went to the Thompson House, we were still putting blood on.
Yes.
So,
And the touch-ups.
It was a long time.
It was a long day for you, and also a lot of prep work that goes into that as well, because you're having to order all your prosthetics in, you're having to make your plan of who's going to be what. I did have a question though in regards to the zombies, because all the zombies are different, so everybody's a different character. I know that Peb likes to say he was a fireman. You were an inmate, sir.
Yes. Oh yeah. I told him that. I'm like, oh, that's a jail jump.
Yeah, like maybe you were a fireman and then you did something and you're doing time, and that's when you become a zombie. But
started the fire.
You had backstory.
Mm-hmm.
But what was the decision? Why did you guys decide to do everybody different versus like a cluster of zombies? Say like everybody's like doctors, nurses, and patients, or
that's a good question.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the answer to that because I was told what everyone's going to be, and then I decided the makeup. So,
Yeah, I actually think it was Pretzel, Tammy, and Bill that made those decisions
yes.
for what the characters were going to be.
Okay.
Yep.
No, I like it. I liked how it was different for everybody on there. But for some reason, that was just like a peculiar question I had in my mind. I was like, if you come across a cluster of zombies, wouldn't they be somewhat like all similar and stuff? But since they were all different, you did kind of like different levels of decomposition on them, which I liked.
Yep.
Too, with everybody. So when you were planning this out, did you have like, I'm going to stick like this much of a budget per person, or were you kind of flexible with that depending on what you wanted to do with the character?
I had an overall budget that I had decided in my head, and I was like, this is what I'm going to do, and we're going to make it work with this budget. And then I'm such a type A person. Like, it's so bad. I literally made Excel spreadsheets with tabs on the bottom of everyone's names. And I went to the prosthetics website that I use, Tinsley Transfers. They're amazing. And I like copied and pasted the pictures, and then I like made bullet points of like what these people were gonna have. And then I went on the website and ordered them, and I was like, okay, well, maybe we need to like add a few more here and there. And then that website didn't have certain ones that I wanted, but you can get them on either Amazon or like a local place called The Costumer. Like, oh my God, it was all over. That was the most stressful part. Like, the makeup was a breeze compared to the planning.
Yeah, it usually is when you're planning those things out. Because I mean, you're not only thinking prosthetics, you're thinking adhesives, you know, all 9 yards on there. So we have a series of photos that we'll go through here. And Leah, I'll have you keep an eye on the comments, because when I'm pulling up the photos, I can't see comments. So shout out to everybody that's watching.
Yes.
If you haven't already shared the stream, please do, because then it helps let more people come and hang out with us here. But this is Miss Moondoggy. I would say about at the halfway point for you.
Yeah, this is before blood.
Okay, this is before blood on here. And it looks like you did some cheek prosthetics, right?
Yep. Yeah. She had a cheek, a throat prosthetic, and 2 leg prosthetics.
Here we have a little closer up. This
is an arm. Surprise.
Yeah, there's an arm. This is fake, people.
Prosthetics.
I love how you went here with the veins too. Was that airbrushing or by hand with the veins?
That is a transfer. So they go on like temporary tattoos.
Okay.
And then you can put makeup over them. You can really do whatever you want. You put makeup on top of them. I had makeup under them.
Okay.
I used an airbrush all over everyone's exposed parts and limbs. And then I put on the transfer. And then I put on like those veins.
Yeah. No, it's really solid work too. And really solid work on your seam work as well too.
Thanks.
No, it looks really nice. Here you are working here with part of your kit. And it's crazy. I don't think people realize when you're doing special effects makeup how much you have to bring with you to complete a look.
Yeah.
Because you might use like 4 drops of this and 5 drops of that, you know, and it's this whole concoction of stuff that you have to have ready with you.
What was it? Like the conference room or the lobby or whatever? I had like tables covered with, I had like my whole makeup kit, like a tote bin. Everyone's like prosthetics were rubber banded into little kits with who's getting what. It was,
no, it's a production. Here we have, you put a mouthpiece on Leah on there, and that stayed on you the whole night, right, Leah? Like that did.
Yes, it did. It stayed on so good that when I ripped it off, that it ripped a chunk of my skin off.
Oh my God.
Because I didn't use soap and water.
Those are, I'm like, here's how you take them off. So water in the shower. She sends me a picture of like the ball of flesh in the car. I'm like, oh my God, she didn't even wait.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
And I did have that the neck vein for a couple days too after that.
Yeah, they stay. They definitely stay.
Sweet. There are our ghouls before getting bloody and getting into costume. And I do have to say, shout out to Miss Moondoggy. She provided some of these photos as well. She's not feeling too well tonight, so she is not on the episode. So we hope that you get better soon, hun. And then here you are applying the, I guess, yeah, just like half quarter mask.
Yeah,
over.
that is a foam latex piece
Okay.
that Pretzel got from, I can't remember the name of the company, but it looks pretty heavy, but that is the lightest prosthetic I've ever felt in my entire life. It's like completely foam. It's weird. It's a weird feeling. It's like a sponge.
Yeah.
But I loved it. And it applied so easily.
I do have to say shout out too, because that you got so many men to shave their beards. Got their hair.
Yeah, the beards were an issue. Next year, I told them, I said next year, no one's having facial hair. Everyone is shaving. Yep, I think Roger had to go shave like halfway through. He did it down to like stubble. And the prosthetics don't sit well on top of like facial hair, and he had a mouthpiece too. And I'm like, go shave. Like he sat down, I started applying it, and I was like, no, back upstairs, go shave.
I think even Amber had to shave part of her arm, didn't she?
She sure did.
Yeah, you can't have like any hair when you're trying to work with prosthetics. Even when I've like dabbled with it, like it's not like I have a bearded face or anything, but I'll still get like one of those face razors and stuff and like go over everywhere. Even just for the sake of when you're pulling everything off, even if you're using the adhesive remover.
Yeah.
You have 1 little ounce of peach fuzz there. The latex will find it.
That's why I was like, oh my God, I can't believe Leah ripped this thing off in the car. Shit.
Yeah. And it was funny too, because after I took it off, I had, my wad. And then the next day, I showered that night, but there was just so much to get off that I was like, this isn't all coming off tonight. Like, we'll get it tomorrow. And we get in the car and I'm looking in the mirror and I see a little, blood flake on my face. And I'm thinking that it's fake blood, of course. And so I'm like digging it. And all of a sudden I realize, no, I just ripped a hole in my face. And now I'm making it bigger by trying to dig.
Oh my God.
Hashtag zombie problems.
Yeah.
No, really solid work though on everybody. So here we are back again at the group shot with everyone on here. So I'll have you ladies go through here and we'll start with TJ on the end. So this is Senor Pettibone here as the butler. And then we have Peb as the inmate. Leah, our cheerleader. And then who was our ref?
That is Roger.
Roger. Okay, and Roger had like the brain piece on his head there.
Yeah, that turned out pretty sick.
And then we have, who is the priest here?
That's Jay.
Jay, all right. And then we've got Moondoggy as the nurse. Scotty V as the butcher.
Right? Pizza boy, but I see butcher.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. And then who was the nerd?
That's Zach.
Zach. No, stellar work on everybody here. And I have to say, shout out to Moondoggy as being a nurse, because as the show was going on, a bunch of people were live streaming it, and she stayed in character the whole time. And what I absolutely adored about her is every once in a while she would like bite at the air.
Yeah. Yep.
It was so good.
She did. And I think we talked about this with Pretzel the other night, but Amber at one point even came up to me because I was making sure, through certain points of the night that I was putting blood in my mouth so I could, gush it out and drool a little bit. And at one point, Amber and I came across each other on stage and she put her hand out for me to drool blood into her hand. And I did, and she rubbed it on herself. And I was like, oh my gosh. I love it. She was so great.
She at one point took Jay's staff and was hexing him with it. It was hilarious. She was so funny. Yeah, it was great.
She even had amazing sound effects too. I wish I had videos of Amber sound effects, because she'd be walking by me and looking at me, and all of a sudden I'd hear this growling.
Yeah.
And the teeth helped too, because it was she was breathing with her mouth open and growling and the whole nine.
Those teeth were crazy. They really made the whole look.
The teeth are really good.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody did a great job. I want to say it's not like anybody was so much better than the other zombie or anything like that. But just him knowing Moondoggy And like knowing she's like probably only ever watched one zombie movie before this happened. Like she just like, I was like, girl's got some acting skills here. So super good. Here we got another close up here of the inmate and the ref.
Yeah, the brain is just so cool.
The brain
Awesome.
is it's really good on there. You got me and Brandon on this one. Brandon did not believe me that this was Pep, and he's like, "There's no way that's him. He loves his beard like an Egyptian pharaoh." He's like, "It's trimmed to the T," and I'm like, "No, I'm telling you, I think she got him to shave his beard." So kudos to you and whatever witchcraft you yield, my lady, because
that brain cap was like so. So I had gotten this prosthetic that had like a brain in the middle. It was like a V almost with a brain on the inside. And P was like, I have like a brain gelatin mold and I'm going to lay latex in that and then peel it up and see what happens. So he did, and it looked pretty cool. So we had laid down the bald cap prosthetic and then put the gelatin mold latex pull on top of that, and it just like made it look so much cooler.
Oh, so you guys made the brain piece then?
Yeah, P did.
I did not know that, actually. That's my first time hearing that.
Yeah, it was
You
super
would
cool.
have never known because you don't see your seam from the brain to the bald cap on there.
I wish you could have seen the back of Roger at the end of the show because you would have seen the scene. He was a trooper. He sweat so hard under that. It was just like a mullet in the back. Like the whole back came
flapping in the wind.
He like sweat through. I used medical grade adhesive. Like instead of Spirit Gum, I used Prozaid. And he had sweat through that and peeled it all off with just like his body heat. I'm like, oh my God. But it was a mullet in the back flapping through the wind. I'm like, all right, at least he made it through the show, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a couple of comments over here about Moondoggy. Dub says she popped up on me out of nowhere and bit the air in front of my face. And then Lady B says Fats gave her a Pixar It Didn't Happen sticker and she looked at it and tried to eat it.
At one point, like interacting with the crowd, TJ had he had his tray with him, and someone was like trying to like put their fingers in the cups and stuff, and he pulled it away and just wagged his finger at them, and he was like, we were just watching it from the balcony. It was the funniest thing I ever saw.
A couple of people
in character while he did it. It was so funny.
Right. A couple of people tried to take something off the tray too, thinking it was like a hors d'oeuvres or something. And somebody went to grab the glass and pulled it, and the whole tray came with it.
That's so funny. Hors d'oeuvres, anyone?
Right.
Yeah.
Eyeball, anyone?
Yeah. There was like a rat hanging out of one of the cups. It looked just so gross. I love
it looks like a little scorpion.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. No. And shout out to Peps too. He put this all together as well. So little tray and stuff.
He said that it took weeks for the glue inside the glasses to dry.
Yeah. And the grossest part is it was still like malleable. So like it was really gross in the cups.
Squishy and gushy, yeah, for sure.
No, that was so good. So you guys you were zombies in the VIP experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then before AXE went on stage, then you guys were just kind of mulling around through the crowd as the other bands were performing.
Yeah.
And then you opened the show, right?
Yes.
And then you were on stage kind of like intermittently
mm-hmm.
in the set then.
Yeah, they wanted us at certain points to all be on stage to start. And then after that, it was kind of like we had a zombie buddy system, which we didn't really like fully uphold the whole time. But it was just like, all right, a couple zombies on stage and then like make your way through the crowd and then come back up. And then the other ones kind of leave and, all through the set. So
no, that's so cool. Here we've got another one of our cheerleader here.
I love it. The blood like really topped it off too. Like they were doing like shots of blood.
Yep.
It's great. Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that I had a mouthful of blood when I went on stage just so I could, just drool.
Gurgle it.
And so I had put so much blood in my mouth and it was like all over the front of me. you don't even want to see my VIP lanyard. Or my access lanyard. It's disgusting. And then so my costume was stuck to my bra, and then my bra was stuck to my body.
Oh no. Like peeling everything off.
Yeah.
And then you gotta brush it all out of your mouth after. Oh my god, that's the worst part. I feel is like the blood never stops. You brush your teeth like 5 times before it comes out. You're like,
oh yeah,
it's still red.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna wash my costume. I'm gonna keep it, obviously, because why would I ever want to wash that off? But it is so like the front of it, and it's like a really flimsy costume, just like nylon material.
Stiff.
It's rock hard. Stiff.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's so good. And then you did a mouthpiece on the side.
He had like a whole little exposed cheek thing, and then just some zombie raw appliances up on his head. And I think he had a bite on his arm, I think.
Okay. And then we have our pizza boy butcher.
We had a whole plan for him that didn't happen. So I had made that eyeball. Man, I wish I had the pictures of that. So I like took this like Rubbermaid container flat on the bottom, and I like laid down latex, and then I took some pieces of yarn and like pulled them apart and laid them down in there to make it look like veins, and then put blush over it. And then I rolled it up and stuck an eyeball at the end and like dirtied up the eyeball. And then I had like rolled it up, gave it to Scotty, and I'm like, all right, we're gonna like have this dangling out of your eye prosthetic. That was a whole nother story. They sent me like the wrong eye prosthetic. I wish, oh my God, it's so bad. So the eye prosthetic, the eyeball is supposed to dangle out of it, but it was like ended up being too heavy. The eye prosthetic was the wrong one. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to give you this eyeball and you can like dangle it all night or whatever. He's like, I'm going to chew on it. I'm going to put blood all over it and chew on it. I'm like, ew, it's so gross. Okay.
And he did too. He did all night long.
Missing eyeball and then that eyeball, which I think it is even better that he was chewing on it all night. You know what I mean? Like cannibal zombie, gross. Like your own cannibal zombie.
Yeah. And I think I've got here from your Facebook page. So here's the lid with the latex on there.
Yep.
And the kind of little step-by-step process on there. How long did you let your latex cure for then?
Like never. I hate waiting for latex to dry so bad. It's my least like favorite activity. So I kind of rushed the latex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it looks really nice.
It was a lot of fun making that. I'm like, how am I going to do this? How can I make an eyeball?
Right.
Like, I'm going to try this. And I feel like I want to make like intestines that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, you could just like stuff them with like toilet paper or something. And, like to make them thick. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah. Did you see Lizzie's intestines?
Oh my gosh, that was so cool. I really I didn't get the chance to go up and like investigate her dress, but like that is so, what were they made out of?
I'm not sure. She said that she made them, but they felt squishy.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why.
I'm not even sure what the texture of it is or whatever, but we have like a severed arm that we bought, you know, at like a Halloween shop, and the consistency, it felt like the same type of thing. So I don't know. I don't make cool things like that, unfortunately. I don't know what it would be called, but yeah, they were legit. And she
were they sewn in?
Yeah. And so they were sewn into her dress, and then when she lifted up her intestines, she had a fanny pack underneath as like a purse, and it was like perfectly disguised under the intestines hanging out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've got a picture here. Let's see here. Getting it now. There we go.
Yes, those are so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. No, very, very good job.
That like thing that she's got under her dress is cool too, with the like rib cage on it.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's a bodysuit. It's a zombie
bodysuit.
Yeah, you can find it on Amazon. And she showed it to me, and she's like, "This is my outfit for for the show, but she didn't share me like the dress and the guts and stuff. It was just like
Yeah.
the whole skeleton bodysuit stuff.
That was actually her dress that she used for the carry challenge too, she told me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, dual usage. We love that.
Yes.
No,
That's
it was
awesome.
very good.
It's already bloody.
Yeah.
Might as well throw some intestines on it.
Yep.
No, it is definitely very good. Well, I'm thinking, like, I don't have any idea how she did this, but I would think, like, if you had pantyhose and then you covered them with latex, then you could essentially fill the pantyhose with whatever you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I wish I knew what that was. I can't even tell, like, looking at it. Hi, guys.
Lizzie, are you out there?
We need to know.
We'll get Lizzie on here and talk all about guts.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Next episode, please have Lizzie on for her guts.
Yes. Yeah.
So cool.
And then Lady B says that she had actual worms in her neck and her face in little packets. She had to take them off because they started to smell. And unfortunately, I didn't get to see that close up, but I heard that she was going to be applying little worm baggies to her face. And I was excited to see
like
it.
the little worms like you get for bait, like those teeny ones?
Wait, real worms?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. All colors.
Okay. Next time we're gonna get real worm. No, just real. That's like that is dedication. Real worms.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I could do it. I hate worms.
No.
Oh
No. I just can't do it with anything that crawls.
yeah, kind of.
So
I don't like things without arms and legs. Like I don't like. How are you moving that fast with no arms and legs? I don't get that. You know. Yeah.
We had a caterpillar in our kitchen a couple weeks ago, and I saw it on the floor, but it was like before it was hairy, so it just kind of looked like a worm thing. And I was like thinking, oh no, this is some crazy thing that's come out of like some food or something. And I poked it, and then it curled up. You know how they like spiral really quick. And I was like, ah! And I put it in a baggie, put the baggie on my hand, grabbed it inside out, and I saved it. And PJ gets home and he's like, dude, it's a caterpillar. What is wrong with you? And I'm like, here I am, like saving it, like I'm calling Terminex right now.
Yeah. We have caterpillars. Yeah, I can't. Things that don't have arms and legs. Like I'm not a snake fan. I'm not a worm fan. I'm like, I can't do it.
My son will like pick them up too with his fingers and just like play with them and put them like in the little bug catching kit and stuff. And I'm like, you are disgusting.
No. Yeah. When I go fishing, I like don't even use the like worms. I'm like, I will forever use a lure. I can't ever touch a worm.
No.
I can't.
Oh. And then one last one from In the Pit Photography. We've got Moondoggy, and then we have our priest here. No.
That's
so
awesome.
Good.
See, look at their teeth. I love it.
So good. Yeah.
Shout out to Jay for the contacts too. He had a contact malfunction, like mid-show, it like popped out and like flew across the thing. And then he had to go find his regular contacts and put those in. Like it was crazy, but he survived the VIP with the contacts, which is a good part.
Yeah.
They were like the full
more of an authentic performance if you're like stumbling around because you really can't see.
What he was like taking his shoe and like put it to the side and like dragged it with him, so like you couldn't tell it. Like it looked like he had like a broken ankle, but his pants were so long you couldn't tell the shoe was to the side. That was so funny. Like Steve and I were sitting there and I'm like, "Is Jay? Did he?" And he was like, "No, I think it's like his shoe is like off." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I'm like thinking he really broke his ankle or something. I'm like, "Oh no."
It did look like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. It was fun to see everyone like get into character, like do these funny things. You know what I mean? Like I think he was like throwing chairs around at one point.
He was.
The first one was an accident, but then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it again.
Zombies don't care about chairs.
Yeah. So it was like fun to watch everyone get into their zombie characters. I liked that.
No, everybody did so good. And here we've got some stage shots here. Most of these are from Jen Donnelly. So shout out, girl, for taking so many good photos for us to be able to use.
Yeah, these are awesome.
Everybody on stage. Some different angles here, and that's cool because they had 2 levels, so you could hang out like on the main stage area and be upstairs.
Mm-hmm. I really like that because I'm short, and I don't know what it is, but like every time I go to a show, like the tallest person there stands in front of me. So it was really cool. It was really cool to be able to like go on the balcony, you know, and be able to like just watch everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hear you because I don't like being all the way up at front because then you're constantly getting pushed and I feel like there's no air.
Yeah.
But then to be able to like be far enough back to where I can see, that's usually like right adjacent to the mosh pit and stuff. So yeah, I just kind of like pick my battles.
It's like a lose-lose situation. Yeah.
I've like been punched in the boob from being too close to the mosh pit like so many times.
Yeah. It's like at what point do you sacrifice like being able to see for like not being punched in the boob?
Yeah, like, you know. No, and it's usually always Brandon too. He got me one time at what was it? We were at Astronomicon. We were there, and he came and he just soared, and I can just see him coming towards me. I'm like, is he gonna stop? Is he gonna stop? No, he's bouncing around, being a clown, having fun. Has a whole beer in his hand. Okay, punches me in the boob with the beer, crushes the beer can. So then it's like rain, beer and stuff, and I'm like, oh, my tits like deflated.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You know, as a girl, it's tough at shows sometimes, guys.
Yeah.
And then I think this is our last one here where you see some of the zombies loitering around on there. But yeah, good work, everybody. Good job. Feedback from everybody across the board has been everyone loved it and we're so impressed with all of them and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I've never done like that much work on that many people. So I can imagine that was just a huge undertaking for you. Have you ever worked on that many people for one project at one time?
No, not at one time. Nope. He hit me up and he's like, hey, we need 8 zombies. And then I was originally going to be one. And then Jay had hit me up and he was like, and that was 8 at that time, 8 people.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jay had hit me up and he's like, hey, I got added on. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to like add myself. So I texted Pete and I was like, okay, listen, Jay's got to take my place because I think 8 is my limit.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do 9. Oh my gosh. So 8 was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot. And P helped me with Roger's bald cap. And Steve helped me with the bald cap, and Steve painted Jay's nails. Like, there was a lot of, like, bits and pieces. Like, Steve cleaned my air machine after every zombie. So, without that little bit of help, I think 8 would have been, like, pushing it, you know? So, that was a lot. And having everyone up at the crack of dawn. I'm like, all right, we'll go get ready.
Thankfully, the guys didn't have too much skin exposed because that would have been even more excruciating work.
When Jay hit me up, Leah, I was like, tell me you're not going to be a cheerleader. Like, I can't do it. He's like, everything's covered. I'm wearing a robe. I'm like, perfect. And P with his fireman inmate jumpsuit thing. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. And, you know, another thing was after the show, I had gotten several messages from people that, you know, I've been around a lot before, or that, you know, we've met several times that were actually like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that was you. I wish I would have said something. And I was like, really? Like, you know, and even everybody else were like, we couldn't recognize you. And so that's how you know that it was on point when people did not recognize us.
I remember someone, I think it was Jay, he's like, someone went to say hi to me, but they didn't see me and they didn't know it was me and they apologized for not saying hi because they didn't know.
Yeah.
So I think that's like awesome is that people didn't recognize you guys. Like,
It's crazy too because everybody knew that Zooligans were going to be a part of the show. So it was just like, who's it going to be? And we all kept our mouths shut. So nobody knew besides like a select few people that it was going to be us. And then when people started coming through the VIP, you know, it was like there are certain people that I recognized and I go up and shove my pom-pom at them or whatever. And, you know, they kind of look at me like, you know, you're creepy and
can you not do that?
I don't know you. Get away from me. And then afterwards they were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that was you.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
No, everybody did a stellar job. And this is the first annual. So this means next year it's gonna be back again. And maybe there's more zombies, maybe it's a different theme, you know. I'm sure
it's gonna be wedding themed next year. I told Leah, like, all right, thanks for doing this, and I was like, all right, but next year I don't know if you can count on me because we're getting married next year at this time. And he's like, oh no, we're bringing Night of the Zooligans to your wedding. Like, oh my god,
a combination.
You already have your wedding date set though, right?
Yeah, so I'm hoping that it's the same time as this year, that first weekend in October, so that we can do it, because I would love to do this again.
Yeah. You just need to, like, as it gets closer to the date, just send the boys a big postcard that just says Night of the Zooligans cannot be scheduled any of these weeks in October. Here's your friendly reminder.
Like every weekend, just send them a reminder.
Yeah, I would probably start in like May to have them get their shit figured out so that you can get all the prosthetics and everything ordered. And then maybe you can just send them like a spreadsheet of like you choose the date. And then, you know, we can call the Thompson house and get it all set up. And
I'm like, listen, guys, we already got the date. It's fine.
Yeah.
I booked
it was scheduled before this event. So priorities here, people.
I really can't wait till next year. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. This year was a lot of fun.
I'm excited to see. I mean, you guys look like you guys had an absolute blast. I was absolutely so envious and jealous. I was helping somebody with bridal makeup that same day. And so Leah and Amber sending me like all these awesome zombie pics, which I wish I was doing that instead. And here I'm like, just miniature blush. You can look flushed. Zombies.
Just a little blood right there.
Yeah, right. You know, just a little flick of it. Like, oh, sorry.
And the show was amazing. Everything about the show was amazing. It was so much fun, but just that whole day too. And I know you were working the whole time, but it was just so fun for us to, you know, all sit around. And I was like probably 3 feet from you the whole time, just like watching and trying to, you know, see how you were doing your thing and everything different with everybody all day. And, you know, just sitting and chatting and hanging out with people that we don't get to see all that often other than, you know, online. And yeah, it was cool. The whole day was just awesome.
It was a lot of fun. I think Scott was calling it like a zombie factory.
Yeah.
Zombie factory. And it was so fun to just be there. And like, yeah, it was a little, you know, stressful or whatever, but it was so fun. And like just being surrounded by everyone. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. So, and there was like, it was cute because we had moved down to the lobby. Like I had done Amber and Leah early because breakfast was still going on at the hotel. And so I had done them in my room. And then we moved it down to the lobby and there was like kids there. There was like a wedding going on. There was like all this stuff and everyone was like, whoa, like, in the lobby because like one by one, all these zombies were starting to like be present. It was cool. So I think the kids were like scared, but like intrigued at the same time. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And people were like fine with it. And, you know, and even they were complimenting and I'm like, well, it's October now. So everybody's okay with it.
Right. Thankfully it was October. You know, we weren't doing this in like July.
We got some compliments though. We walked down the street to get lunch and, we passed a couple people. They were like, can we take a picture with you? And then we did pass one guy that looked like he was actually terrified. And he kind of stopped and moved to the side and watched us walk past and waited until we were further away to start walking, and we came up behind this group of 2 ladies, and at this point we were kind of trying to walk back quick, and they just moved out of our way too. They were like, okay, we don't want you that close to us.
You want to get someone out of your way, you dress up like a zombie. Yeah,
Roger said, Jay or Roger, I think, are you okay?
Yeah, Roger had went to like the liquor store, I think, and there was someone in there, and like he made her cry, like she was scared of him. I was like, oh my god. So that's so funny that they were like going out in the public like this.
Yeah.
No, everybody did a stellar job on it. So great. I mean, I knew you were gonna knock it out of the park and stuff, but you even surpassed my expectations, Chelsea. I mean, I knew you were going to do an amazing job, but when I saw it, and I was like, oh, this is such good work. And, you know, I'm the nerd that's like zooming in on like photos and stuff and like looking in. I'm like, oh, those seams are so good. You know? Yeah.
It was P's seams that I was most worried about, because he had like the facial hair right here and like cut off right here. He's like, I'm not shaving the whole thing. So, and the prosthetic went down like to the jowls, you know? So I had to like cut it right along his beard. And I'm like, oh, I've got to make this. I've got to like blend this in. So thankfully, like I had a bunch of scab blood still, and I kind of shoved it in the creases of like where the line of demarcation would have been. So that was like a lot of fun to just like glob like blood up in his cheek jowl area. So.
No, that was good. Good stuff on there all around. So we're going to swing in here. We're almost at an hour, girls, here. So I'm going to go ahead here, and we're going to talk about something that if you guys have been watching the show, I'm sure you guys have heard about, but I'm sure you're not tired of hearing about yet. And that is our carry challenge that is still going on. You have until the 29th of October to participate. And first place wins a custom Philbrick Studios mask. And that is
that's sick.
Gore. And there are 3 prize packages. So there's 3 winners for this contest, guys. So first place, you get a mask, you get a Carry Challenge shirt, you get a Carry Challenge koozie, you get pins, you get stickers, you get a Philbrick Studios custom print, original print of a Stephen King portrait that Gravity Bleeds made. Bunch of awesome stuff. And then we have prize packages going down for first, second, and third place. Winner will be chosen at random live on the 30th. And Carry Challenge, we have a really awesome, really inexpensive recipe for fake blood. So you can create this in large quantities. Shoot your video, post it to your page, tag Dead Bitches Brunch, and make sure you include the hashtag Carry Challenge on here. And for more information on the Carry Challenge, because it's not just about having fun this season and playing around with buckets of blood, it really does have an important meaning that is close to our hearts, and that is standing up to the real monsters in this fucking world with our fake fun pretend ones, okay? So to check out more about this, you can go to deadbitchesbrunch.com. You can go to philbrickstudios.com. On everything, we have links so that you can see all this stuff, and I'm going to share the tab here. And this is the Philbrick Studio page on here. You can see, oh, look at us. Look at, there we are, Leah.
So cute.
We are in Saw Blades. You've made it once you were in a Saw Blade here. But you can click on here to learn more about the Carry Challenge. You are more powerful than you could ever imagine. What the Carry Challenge means to us. You can watch our videos.
Hey all you dead bitches and dudes, I'm Leah Pettibone from Dead Bitches Brunch, and we are out here not only celebrating the birthday month of the King of Horror, but also raising awareness for victims of religious abuse, just like Carrie White. So get your buckets, get bloody with us, and tag Dead Bitches Brunch with the hashtag Carrie Challenge with your entry video on Instagram for a chance to win some killer prizes.
So good.
I love it.
You can see our recipe. You can make a gallon of fake blood. That looks really good for this challenge for less than $4. Here is a preview of, here's the poster. First, second, and third place will win. Here's our stickers, koozies, and shirt. This is what the Carrie Challenge means to us as well. And I'm going to actually stop sharing here for a second because I have a video over here that everybody just loves the slowest blood pour we have ever witnessed.
I'm Lindsay B, and this is the Carrie Challenge.
I love that.
So why isn't everybody doing the Carrie Challenge?
I'm gonna have to do it.
You
Come
can,
on.
yeah, come on. You can win. I would say the value of this mask, I would put it at $75 if this mask was for sale, is what we would price it out at. And then Gravity Bleeds, the generous executive clown bitch producer of Dead Bitches Brunch here, has also graciously offered that if there's anybody who has enough huevos, enough balls to be a dude to do the Carrie Challenge, and you are drawn as the first place winner, then you get to pick any masks out of the Gravity Bleeds catalog of mask creations, because the
Wow.
Gore Horror is a smaller fitting female mask on here, and then the Gore Horror will automatically go then to second place on there. So, you know, hey, it's not just for chicks, it's for dudes. You don't have to do the slow-mo thing. You can get it over with really quick and easy.
Gravity Bleeds.
So come on, folks. Like, okay, $4.
I'm gonna have to heat my blood up real quick before I do it. It's
Right?
cold out now.
Yeah, that's not good.
Make your
Mine
blood at
was
room
warm.
temperature.
Yeah.
I made mine at room temperature, and it's so easy. It's literally just like sugar-free cherry jello, some flour, and then red food coloring. And I put like a drop of green food coloring in there. And you just mix it all together, and it makes it easy enough that it just pours really easily. Or if you wanted to be creative and, I don't know, shoot it out of a water gun or something, it would still work with that.
Yeah.
Also, and I'm going to show here, guys, I actually have first place mask.
Wow, that's so cool.
And she clips in the back, so she works nice with hair.
Amazing.
I love it.
And this could be yours. This could be yours because you spent like what, $3 on making a face bucket of blood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, come on, folks. It's
Come
for a
on.
good cause, and you get a really cool mask out of it.
Got a couple weeks left.
Yeah, you guys have a couple weeks left. You know, just plan a really bloody Halloween costume, do the Carrie Challenge before, then go to your party. You're gonna look kick-ass because, oh, you're so bloody. Yeah, because I was doing the Carrie Challenge and it was freaking awesome.
There you go.
And even if you're not going to a party, even if you're just going to jump in the shower and, you know, do your thing for the rest of the night, it's super easy to wash off. It's not a huge mess. We got it all over our shed and just one simple spray with the hose. It's like good as new.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do say do it outside because we are encouraging you to, you know, pour it over your head. But I do have to give a shout out here to our 3 ladies who have already joined in. So, you know, you guys got some catching up to do here. But let me get these ladies up here. Do, do, do. So first one, we are going to show our most recent one, none other than Lizzie Gates.
I'm Lizzie Gates, also known as the Cotton Candy Queen, and this is the Carry Challenge. I'm Lizzie.
Gotta love it. And then we have none other than Lady Bees coming in with 5 gallons she made.
This is Lady.
Oh, wow.
And I'm doing the Carry Challenge.
And then our first entry on here.
Take me to church, child. Get the shine of it out. So you can shop and get it out. For me, take me to church.
Well, that was cool.
So yeah, do the Carry Challenge, folks. It's for a good cause. It's fun. This is something that we are hoping to bring back every year, kicking it off in the month of September, because September was what, Leah?
Stephen King month.
Stephen King month. It was all hail the King bitches. So if you weren't watching us in September, this is some of what you missed. You know, look at that classiness going on. So yeah, folks, but thank you to the 3 ladies who have already participated in the Dead Bitches Brunch. You have no idea how much this means to us. Thank you so much. And I'm going to thank in advance everybody that's going to do the challenge here by
This
the
week.
29th.
I'll do it.
Let's do it, folks. It's for a great cause, and it's a lot of fun. And you can.
Hey, you know what? Maybe Steve can do it too.
Oh, you already
in
know.
there.
You already know.
You know, just pull up the Philbrick Studios like Instagram there and just be like, Steve, okay,
Look.
scroll for a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, now I'm pouring a bucket of blood over you. Okay, if you got
In a pink dress. That's going to be the hard part. I need him to do it in a pink dress. So.
No. Yeah, that would be interesting.
It's going to be great.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
I'm looking forward to it on here. But yeah, I think that's all we have. Do we have any upcoming projects or anything that you are going to be working on, Chelsea, that we should keep an eye out for?
I am going to do some Christmas stuff. So I'm feeling ambitious. I think I want to do 25 days of Christmas. I don't know if I will be that ambitious. It might be 12 days of Christmas. Yeah. We will see. But yeah, I'm going to do what we can get. Yeah, I'm going to do my Christmas thing.
That's sweet. So it's going to be kind of a Christmas look with a horror twist.
Yes. Kind of yeah. I used to do them a while ago, maybe like 2017 and 2018. I did 25 days of Christmas. Okay. That was ambitious. Most days was a stretch, or especially around the holidays, you know, because I feel like I'm always busy. But I think I know I'm like a little spooky bitch, but Christmas is like one of my favorite things. I think it's because I live Halloween like all year round. So like Christmas is like a real holiday, you know? It's like Halloween's an everyday for me. So I like to do stuff around Christmas, and I feel like it's fun because Christmas is supposed to be like such a holly jolly happy time of year, and I'm like, no, but wait, blood. So, yeah.
No, I love it. No, that's a good time too, especially since everybody kind of goes hard during October with the special effects looks and stuff like that. And there still is a decent amount of people that do it through December, but not as many. So definitely a smart move if you're going to take the creative time to do all of that and stuff. And I'm sure you're not just like even thinking about specific looks, you know, I mean, like just an average look. Like I'm sure there's prosthetics going on in that mad mind of yours.
Yeah, I think I want to do like the 12 days of Christmas theme for each one, you know, like 5 golden rings, like do something weird with that. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to figure out how to do something with each day of that.
Yeah.
So if I can make that work, that's what I'm gonna do.
No,
That would be
is
awesome.
That is awesome.
I'm trying to mastermind that.
Hey, it takes a long time to plan these things. Even when I've like had the idea of like, oh, I'm gonna do this because I saw somebody else on Instagram. This will be like quick and easy and a good practice thing to do. Like
Yeah.
5 hours later, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. Yep. I'm like, oh, that can't be that hard. I'm like scrolling it, and then I'm like, oh, actually.
That's what we did last year for the Xmas Christmas giveaway in the alley. And
Yeah.
TJ and I were like, oh yeah, we'll do this. He was going to be ginger dead and I was going to be slain deer. And it was like all fun and games until we started doing it. And then, you know, realized it was like hours and hours of just getting ready for this video. And then we were like, what are we going to say?
Yeah.
But, you know, like I was trying to do his makeup and like go off this YouTube video and it looked so easy until, you know, we got into it. And then for mine, I wanted to cut a Christmas bulb in half and glue it over my eye. And that was like my first time using liquid latex on myself. And and I was like not understanding why it wasn't drying. Like, I need to do this. I can't just hold this to my face for 5 hours. And, you know, I was trying to just like stick it on the best I could and have it stay for as long as I could. But yeah. Definitely a little, I underestimated the time that it takes for everything like that.
I hate waiting for liquid latex to dry.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the worst.
Yeah. No, I'm spoiled because when I've made some of my own prosthetics, like the latex that you buy that you'd normally apply on your skin is really thin consistency. So when I've dabbled into making my own prosthetics, I go down and dip into Brandon's like mask making latex because it's so much thicker. So like one swipe of that latex is like 10 coats of like the Maron. Like
and you can put that on your face?
Well, that's what I'll do to like make the prosthetics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I'll use like most of the other stuff. Like if I'm gonna do like the skin tears and stuff, then I use the thinner.
Oh, okay. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna go get some mask liquid latex to put all over my face.
Don't do that.
No, but like for making your prosthetic, because I've made an eye patch before and stuff, so I know how you mean. Like, and I used one of Brandon's fake eyeballs, so it was like a heavy latex ball, and then I did I showed you that I think the one time the other time you were on and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so the mask, that was my trick for that, because I was like, this is gonna take too many layers to like make all this work. So
yeah.
No, it is definitely. And then everybody can find you on Facebook and Instagram at ChelsFX. So everybody be following on here. I didn't know you were so into Christmas. I'm really into Christmas too myself.
The day after Halloween, it's Christmas in my house. Like last year, we have like so many like picture frames on our living room. We have like a gallery wall in the living room, and I wrapped all of them last year as like little presents, like on the wall, so that it fit the Christmas. Like I go Christmas crazy. Yeah, it was insane.
No, I hear you. I didn't get it as growing up. I didn't get to celebrate like any of the traditional holidays. So like any holiday that comes up, and now I have my own bank account. It's just like it's open season time. It's free. It's free range. Although Brandon did try to ban me from buying any more pumpkins this October. That's up for debate.
I got those, those like fake, but like carvable pumpkins.
Yeah.
I got 2 of them today, and I tried to carve into them, and they are not carvable. So 10 out of 10 don't carve into those.
Were you using the serrated pumpkin carving knife?
I had like a bigger one that had like big serrates on it, and like a smaller one that was it looked like a butter knife almost. It had like no serrated edges. Yeah. And I tried both of them, and it ripped them instead of cutting them. It's so weird. I feel like maybe a scalpel would work, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, actually, funny story. I was thinking I'm going to make the boys jack-o'-lantern for the church, and I'm going to take it to them when we go to Night of the Zooligans. And so I got the pumpkin the night before we left for Night of the Zooligans thinking I would just bust it out tomorrow morning. Like, and I went on YouTube and saw this grand video, of course, of this guy making it look so easy to use a hot knife, I believe.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it's like, you plug it in and it gets hot or whatever. And so we have a little kit like that. I had never used it before, but I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to go all in. And I used the X-Acto knife, which is what he used. And he just made it look like, peanut butter smooth going through this whole thing. And I get into it and it's like the blade keeps getting stuck in the pumpkin. And I'm yanking it out, and then I have to put the oven mitts on and pull the blade out of the pumpkin. And so I'm like telling TJ, I can't fucking do it. And he's like, well, it's not hot enough. And I'm like, bro, it's so hot. I pulled it off with the oven mitt and it melted the oven mitt. I'm like, I give up. So then he's got like a Dremel tool and I'm trying to mess with that. And then he gets the drill out and I'm trying to drill big holes to make it easier just to carve around what I wanted. But it was like something pretty detailed. So now it's just sitting on the kitchen floor. I'm like, I don't even know what to do with it. Cause now it's like the pieces that I've cut out, it's so brittle. I feel like at some point, probably the last very second, that the whole thing is just going to cave in. And then I'm going to, waste even more hours of my life. So
I'm glad yours are on your kitchen floor because so are mine.
Yeah.
I am done. I put them in the corner. I don't want to look at them. I turned them around so they're still like pumpkins. I'm like, just don't look at the other side.
Yeah. No, we were going to leave for Night of the Zooligans that night at like 5:00 or head to Cincinnati. And so I spent like 6 hours working on this stupid pumpkin and it's still not even halfway done. And I'm like, what? And I was just determined. And so here I am outside with the drill and I'm like getting shit all over myself. I'm like, I probably need like a mask. I probably need, goggles or something. But here I am just trying. No. I had good intentions.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 don't recommend those.
No. And here I thought they were going to be easier than carving an actual pumpkin, but what do I know?
So I'm like, wow, we can have these forever. Like they will last. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because Michael's just like put theirs on sale for like $5, and I was like, oh, like I'll go buy
$5. I spent $20 on them at Lowe's. $20. And I fucked them up. So.
I would say though, like at Target's Halloween section, they brought it super late for us, but they had the like already big pumpkins carved out, and they were only $15.
I'm glad your Target has a Halloween section because ours is bare. Like they have Christmas shit out right now at our Target. Yeah, like we didn't go to Halloween. Like we have like 4 aisles of Halloween stuff, and it's like kids' costumes. The home decor.
Target done you guys dirty this year.
Yeah. No, I know everywhere. I feel like everything was coming out the end of September and stuff, and then like by the second week of October, then everything's like already Christmas and stuff. I was like, what? All the Halloween stuff was just in the front door 2 weeks ago. Now I have to go back 4 aisles.
Yep.
And then at actual Christmas time, all the Christmas stuff is already gone because they put it out so early. It's like
Valentine's stuff. Like, you know what?
I don't get it. I don't get these people. Well, we're going to have you back in December then, since you were such a big Christmas fan, because we definitely are covering all of the wonderful horror movies that are Christmas themed. What? Yes, we still have more horror movies that we're going to talk about in Christmas. So
I was watching Christmas horror movies yesterday. Yep.
The ones I'm really looking forward to, which are exceptionally just amazing, are all the Thanksgiving themed horror movies that me and Leah are going to have to dig up. So
there's some great ones. Yeah.
There's some really good killer turkeys on here.
Yeah.
But folks, well, that's it. We're a little bit over our hour here. Thank you so much, Chels, for being on with us. I appreciate it every time that you're on. And again, stellar work.
Thank you.
With all those zombies, like just top notch. You did a great job. And to all the zombies that were there, all you guys did a fantastic job as well. So that's a wrap for tonight's show, folks. We are going to be back next Sunday on the 16th. So keep an eye out on the socials for who we are going to be having on next week. And as always, folks, stay dead.
Stay dead.